Hello student, today in this class we are going to design the website menu by using the unordered list. So in the previous classes, in the HTML classes, we have discussed about the ordered list and the unordered list. So let us see how can we design the website menu using the unordered list. So let us start. First I will create the root HTML, opening tag, HTML closing tag, and now I will place the head tag, head closing tag. Inside the head we will place the title tag. So this is the title tag that we will place inside the head. So let us give a name for the title. The title will be website menu, right? So this will be the title. Now in the body section we will create the menu. So inside the body we are going to create the menu, and that is by using the unordered list. So we know that how can we represent the unordered list. Unordered list is represented by the UL. So UL, that means unordered list. So we know that this UL consists of the li, that is the list. So how many lists should I keep over here? So as per the requirement, so let's say I will create a home menu. So home, so a menu will be home, and let's say the second menu, that will be about us, right? And the third menu, that will be, let's say, gallery, right? Let us have the fourth menu, and that will be, let's say, video, right? So and now I will take another menu. So the sixth menu, fifth menu, okay? So let it be contact us, right? So you can see I have used the unordered list, and in this unordered list I have 5 list item, and in those list item I have written the menu name, right? So first I will check how it appears in the browser. So you can see menu.html. so this is menu.html, and this is how it appears in the browser. So now I have not applied the CSS yet, so I have to apply the CSS to change its shape, style, color, so that it will appear like a horizontal menu. So let us start applying the CSS. So we are going to apply the internal CSS, and we know very well that the internal CSS has to be placed inside the head, right? So inside the head I will write style opening tag, style closing tag, and inside the style opening and closing tag I will write the menu, right? So I will just write UL. So we have discussed about the selector, so here I am going to use the element type selector, right? So I will just call by the element, right? So you can see, so this UL will indicate this UL that I have written inside the body section, right? So let me first write, let's say, background. So first thing I will do, I will give the background color for the UL, right? So which color? Let it be, say, so this is a color code. This is actually a color code, okay, hash followed by 6 times 6. So this is a color code. We can see how will it appear if you go and watch. Can you see? So one thing that we have observed, that the height of the UL, I have not mentioned height and width. So the default height of the UL, that is the number of list you have taken. So the height will be till the last list that you have taken, right? And what is the default width? The width is 100%, right? So now see, here I will write li, right? Now see, I will give a specific width for each and every li. So there are 5 list, that means li. So each of the list will be given a specific width. So how much width? Let's say I will give the width of 200px, 200px, right? So 200px, that will be the width of the li, right? So after I have given the width, let me check how it appears. So you can see we can't see any changes. We only can see the changes if we add the color over here. So let me add the color. So background color I will add to it, and let me keep the background color as this one. So this is also a color code, okay? This is also a color code. I will show you which color code is it. So I will show you which color it will show in the browser. Can you see the color? So this is the color, right? So this is the width that we have applied, that is 200px. So right, so now here I will write another thing. Can you see here? This is the bullet, right? This is the default style of the list. So here I will write list style, okay, none. So I don't want to have the list style, right? I want empty. So can you see the list style that has been removed now, right? So now see, so can you see one thing, that we have a space right here. So that space is nothing but the padding of the UL. So UL has certain padding, so that is why this space has been taken. So I will remove the padding, right? So padding is 0px. So to remove the padding, I will just write padding 0px. So how much padding was applied there, that is not the concern for me. I want the padding will be now 0px. That means no padding, default padding will be removed. Let us see now. If I go and refresh, can you see now that UL default padding has been removed, so that the li has started just right from the left edge of the browser, right? So can you see one thing, we also have some white space just above the UL that we have created. The color, this color which we can observe out here, just above this box looking element we have some space, right? So that is margin. So now I will do one thing, I will remove the margin by applying margin 0px, right? So how much margin is there by default, that is not the concern for me. So whatever margin is set to there by default, I will make it 0. So after I make the margin 0, can you see? So margin is set to 0, right? So body, can you see this? This is the body margin. This is actually the body margin. So body also has certain margin. So body margin will be 0px. Okay, so body also has some margin, so that margin will be 0px. Can you see now this has started right from the edge of the browser, right at the top of the browser, right? That margin space has been removed, right? So now see here. So still now I have not specified height and width of the UL. So if I now write the width of the UL, let's say 1000 and 8px, right? So this will be the width, right? So 1008px. So this is 1008px width for the UL. Now see what I will do. So here I will write float left. So why I have written float left? So can you see? So all the lists are followed one after another, right? One after another in lines, right? So by default the lists are block element. Block element will never come in a single line, one after another in a sidewise manner. Okay, block element will occupy the full space. In spite of that, we have the restricted width. It will not appear one after another in horizontal manner. So to do that, we have to apply this float left. So that means we have now instructed this li, that is the list element, that now the list element should align, okay, in its left side, right? If I do the refresh, you can see now all the menus appeared one after another, right? Now I will do another thing. So I have specified the width in the UL. Now let me specify the height. How much height? Let's say I will give 40 px of height. So after I have given 40 px of height, if I refresh the browser, can you see? So this much height, that was 40 px, and the width, that was I have given 1008 px. So one thing that you must have noticed, that once I have applied float left, okay, float left, previously you might have seen that how much height that UL has occupied, right? But once I have directed all the LIs to come at a horizontal line one after another, not in vertical line, then you can see the automatically the UL height that has disappeared. That is why we can't see the black background color, that is the darkest background color which we have applied for the UL. Now let us see. I have given the height, also the width. Now here for the LI, I will do one thing. I will write here margin, right? Margin, right? How much? Let's say 2px. So right. So now I will do one thing. So can you see I have applied the margin, okay, that is 2px. That means 1 2 3 4 5. So here it has to be 1010. Why? Because can you see the width of the LI is 200 px and the margin that I have taken 2px. That means total 202 px. And how many menu I do have over here? 5 menu. So if you multiply 202, that is 200 plus 2, 202 into 5, the result will be this much, right? So I have added another 2. Previously it was 1008. I made it 1010. Now you can see one thing, that contact us because the contact us, this menu could not accommodate its space right here, that is why it came down. So if I, after I have added 2px extra width, now you can see if I do the refreshment, you can see the contact has accommodated its space at the right. So now I will do another thing. So here I need not require this UL background color. UL background color I have assigned previously only to show you the area that has been occupied by the UL. So now I have removed that, right, that UL background color. So now I have to increase the height of this menu. To increase the height of the menu, here I will write, you can see here I will write line height. So let me show you, if I just write height, let's say 40 px. So if I just write height equal to 44 px, let's say I will take 44 px. So can you see the height has been occupied of 44 px, but you can see all the menus have started right from the corner edge, so left right corner. So if I have to bring this menu at the vertical center, not horizontal center, vertical center. Horizontal center I will bring it later, but if I had to get this at the vertical center, instead of height I will write here line height. So you can see if I write line height instead of height, now you can see all the menus have appeared right at the vertical center. So now our next job is to get this menu at the horizontal center. So here I will just write text align center. So if I write text align center, now you can see all the menu will appear right at the center. So I hope you have understood how can we create the menu. And now if I had to bring this at the center, so we can simply use the center tag. So if I use the center tag, simply here CENTER, center opening tag, center closing tag. So you can see once I have applied the center tag, so this unordered list has been placed between the center opening and closing tag. So now this will come at the center. So this is how we have created the menu. So let me put some hover effect. So one thing I will do, I will first change the color of the LI, right? To change the LI color, here I will write say color will be, let's say, white. So this code this code will, this is the code for white color. Okay, this means white color. Okay, so this is a color code, right? So if I do the refreshment, can you see all the text has become white? Previously it was black, now it became white, right? Now I will apply the hover effect, right? So let me add li hover, right? So see, so before the hover, this was the CSS, this was the CSS property along with the CSS value. So I have assigned the CSS property along with the value. So this is called declaration, right? So this declaration I have done for the list, but before the hover effect, before the user bring the mouse over the menu item, this property and this value will be incorporated, right, for the menu list, right? But if mouse bring the cursor over this menu, then the CSS will change. So let me show you that what will be the changes. Okay, some CSS property will change its value. So let's say background color. So background color property will change its value. So let me show you. If I write, so can you see the background color before the hover was this color, right? Now after hover, after the user bring the mouse over the menu, then the background color will change, and this will be the background color, right? And let me show you here. So here I have done the refreshment. Now I will just bring the mouse. Can you see the change? Right, I hope you have understood. And if we had to implement these changes in slow process, not instantly, so one thing we can see over here, that once I bring the mouse cursor over the menu, the color is changing very quickly. So it's a instant process. If I had to make this process slow, I will do one thing. I will add the transition duration. So transition duration, let's say 1s, right? That means these changes will happen, but it will take 1 second. Let me show you. Slowly the color will change, not instantly. Can you see? Previously, once I have got the mouse cursor over the menu, the color changed very rapidly. That means instant change of color. But now you can see the color is changing, but it is taking some time, right? It is taking the time of 1 second, because I have written 1 is, that means 1 second. Now I will add another transition effect. Transition delay. What does it mean? Let me show you. So here I have written transition delay, that is also 1 second. That means this CSS property change, this thing will take place, but this operation will start after 1 second, not instantly. That means delay. So this operation will be delayed for how much time? For 1 second. So this operation will be delayed for 1 second, means after 1 second it will start to change this property value from this color to this color. This thing will happen, but this operation will not take place instantly when the user bring the mouse over the menu. It will take time of 1 second. After 1 second the operation will take place. And how long the operation will continue, how long it will take for the converting this color to this color, that time is 1 second. So this is delay time. That means the process will take place after 1 second, and how long the process will continue? For 1 second. Let me show you how long this conversation of this, I mean the change of color will take place. That change of color will happen for 1 minute. And you can see, once I have got the mouse, it is not happening instantly. See, it is taking 1 second. After 1 second the operation start. Let me show you again. See, it is not happening instantly, so it takes 1 second. After 1 second the operation has started, but the operation also got a time for 1 second. You can see the color is changing slowly, the change of color happening in 1 second, and the operation is starting after 1 second. That is transition delay. I hope you have understood how to create a menu. Now one thing I will do, I will add a background color. So let me add a background color. In the next class I will show you how we can add the background image. So in this case we can just add the color. Let me add the background color. How to add the background color? So here I will just add a background color. Okay, so let me add a color, this color, light looking color I will add. Okay, so let me add the color, and okay, fine. So okay, fine. So here I have shown you how you can create the website menu, right? So you can see. Now you can also put some more effect. So if you want to apply the border radius, that you can apply. That means the border will turn to curve. So how much? Let's say 4px. So let's say 4px. You can see. Can you see? If I make it 20px, so you can see after that there will be significant appear like this. Curve border are curved, right? So you can also do this. Instead of this, you can write like this, and let's say 4px 20px, so make it not 20, make it 10px, and 4px 10px. So 4px 10px, 4px 10px. Now how will it look? Let's see. 4px 10px, 4px 10px. Can you see? Right? Now we can also apply the transformation queue. So you can see transform q from the x-axis. So let it be say 5 degree. So if I go and see, can you see a little bit skewed has taken place? Okay, so very little skewed. If I make it to 15 degree, we can observe a significant difference. So you can see. So this is the way you can design the website menu. So do not forget to subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed the channel yet, and if you think this video will be helpful, then please click the like button and do share this video with your friend. And the next class I will show you how you can design the website layout. So to learn, before you start designing the website layout, we have to learn the div. So how we can create div, how using div we can create the layout. So in the next class I will just discuss about the usage and implementing the concept of div. The concept of div is very important. So before you start designing the layout, you have to be the master of designing with the div, because without using the div concept you can never able to design a proper looking website, right? So thank you for watching and being patient till the end of the video, and do not forget to subscribe the channel.